All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wawakakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Now I have the book of Acts, chapter 14 and verse 1. And it came to pass in Iconium that they went both together into the synagogue of the Jews, and so spake that a great multitude, both of the Jews and also of the Greeks, believed. Now, although it says Jews and Greeks, the Jews and Greeks were of the same people. The Greeks were Hellenized Jews. They were Greek-speaking Jews, Greek-speaking Israelites, okay? Taking after the customs of the Greek. Verse 2, but the unbelieving Jews stirred up the Gentiles, being our people who were following after the customs of the heathen, in this case the Greek, okay, and made their minds evil affected against the brethren. And you have men doing that same thing today. You have Israelites trying to tell other Israelites they're not Israelites because you look like a so-called white man. You're not an Israelite because you look like a so-called Chinese man, right? You're not an Israelite because you didn't come up, in our school, or, just whatever, excuses men might make to try to, shut the doors of the kingdom to those of our people who are actually Israelites, right? But being told that they're not. The Messiah didn't come for you. You have straight hair. You have blue eyes. There's no way you can be of Jacob. But the unbelieving Jews stirred up the Gentiles and made their minds evil affected against the brethren. Long time therefore abode they, speaking boldly in the Lord, which gave testimony unto the word of his grace, and granted signs and wonders to be done by their hands. But the multitude of the city was divided, and part held with the Jews, and part with the apostles. So this doctrine, this gospel, causes division. A lot of people are not going to believe, but you're also going to have those who do. There's always been a division concerning this ministry. All Israelites aren't supposed to agree or understand this doctrine. Not right now. It's not that time. You have the truth going out, and you have other men trying to disturb that. Trying their best to play defense against the truth because they're in darkness. Trying to shake up the faith of certain Israelites who may not look like them. Shake up the faith of certain Israelites they don't know. Okay? But this has always been a thing. You have certain Israelites, because they come directly out of One West, they'll look down on other Israelites who didn't. These types of things have always been going on. You have certain men boasting over other men, and the men that they're boasting over could be over them. Now let's go to the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 9. I am the door, speaking of Yahweh Shai. This is red letter. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. And it makes me think of a dream I had of the lake of fire. I was in the air, but I was standing at a doorway. Well, Yahweh Shai is that doorway. He's the door, okay? The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill. And that's Esau. And to destroy. I am come that they may have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. So he only died for his sheep. He only died for his elect. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth. And a lot of our people who claim to be leaders, they're not telling Israel the truth. They're not warning our people of, the dire destruction that's soon to come. They're not warning our people of the mark of the beast. They're not warning our people how Esau is going to come down with great wrath, and it's going to be suddenly. They talk about peace and safety, how all Israel is supposed to come together, but this ministry causes division, okay? And leaveth the sheep and fleeth. And when that chip is implemented, you're going to have many men try to pretend like the whole time they were trying to tell you about it and they didn't believe. Now that they see it with their own eyes, well, when that moment happens, they're going to try to pretend like they knew the whole time, while at the same time not taking accountability, fleeing away from those that they lied to, because now their life is being sought after. You're going to have a lot of Israelites seeking after men's lives because they were lied to. And when they realize it, it's going to be too late. Okay? Let's read verse 12 again. I'm going to just start over from that point. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling and careth not for the sheep. So you have a lot of men who are supposed to be leaders who are not telling our people the truth because they don't care about their salvation. They don't care about their lives. They don't care about their livelihood. All they care about is that filthy dollar, man. How to recalibrate more funds, I think is the word. How to accumulate more ends, right? How to deceive more people to add more numbers to their following to help them look good, to help them receive more money, right? Which is not going to be used to help the church. The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling and careth not for the sheep. Well, guess who cares for the sheep? Yahweh Shai does. I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am known of mine. So he knows who his sheep are and his sheep know him. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep, being the elect. Okay? His sheep are going to follow him wherever he goes. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. Therefore doth my Father love me, because I lay down my life, that I may take it again. No man taketh it from me, but I lay it down of myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it again. This commandment have I received of my Father. Now here's the point. There was a division, therefore, again, among the Jews for these sayings. And many of them said, he hath a devil and is mad. Why hear ye him? So you had many calling him a devil. Oh, he's of the devil. He's of Satan. He's a false prophet. Why are you listening to this guy? This guy is out of his damn mind. Okay? And many of them said, he hath a devil and is mad. Why hear ye him? Others said, these are not the words of him that hath the devil. Can a devil open the eyes of the blind? So although we have to be spiritual, there's times where logic doesn't make sense. There's times where logic does make sense. You might not know what I mean by that. You can't always use logic concerning faith. But in this case, the believers were using logic. Logically speaking, if this man had a devil, how would he be able to perform the miracles that he performed? Okay? How would he be able to open the eyes of the blind? Literally, someone can be blind, can't see out of their physical eyes, and this man, being Yahweh Shai, can make them see again, because he's the real physician. Okay? And people are not understanding the physician, Yahweh Shai. He is only concerned about his sheep. He is not worried about everybody, man. That is a lie. He's always been about division. He's always caused division. Okay? And many of them said, he hath a devil and is mad, why hear ye him? Others said, these are not the words of him that hath the devil. Can a devil open the eyes of the blind? So this gospel causes division. It's not for everybody. Okay? Luke chapter 12 and verse 49. I am come to send fire on earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? So many people write this, this fairy tale creature that's made up about this man who's just always happy. He can't get mad. He forgives everybody. He died for everybody on earth, right? He has no enemies. But then these same people will tell you that there is a place underground where you can burn forever. Okay? They'll tell you how merciful the Heavenly Father is, but then you can burn forever in hell for an eternity after this life if you don't live right. Which doesn't make sense. It's a contradiction. But a lot of these fairy tales, these myths that people have in their head concerning how the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son is, it ain't true. The truth is Yahweh Shai is coming to bring war. Yahweh Shai isn't coming with a smile on his face. He's not coming back as a man. He's coming back with war in his heart. And the only mercy he's going to have is towards his sheep, towards his elect. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? And you already have fires happening on the earth. So when Yahweh Shai comes, he's just going to add to the fire. You're going to have nuclear missiles blasting this place, and on top of that, he's going to add fire from them thunderbolts, from them laser beams, from the mouth of his gigantic spaceship. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. So Yahweh Shai is causing division, man. And it's starting with this gospel. You have certain people, they believe it. You have others who don't. Certain people, they'll look at us and acknowledge us as men who are just doing what the Heavenly Father asked them to do. You have others calling us false prophets. Okay? Well, there's always been divisions. That's just how it's going to be, man, until the Lord puts an end to this. That's why, everybody's not meant to be a true prophet. You have to have false prophets. You have to have false leaders. Okay, and some of these false leaders may not even know they're false leaders. Some of them sincerely think they're men of the Lord, and they're not. Yahweh Shai is causing division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house, divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother. The mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So Yahweh Shai has always caused divisions. This gospel causes division. This gospel causes people to hate us. Okay? But this is how the Lord set it up, because ultimately the Lord is establishing his elect. Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? So there's going to be many enemies. There's going to be opposition. Okay? Because divisions have to happen. Divisions must come. Alright? So until, the Lord delivers us, this is just what we have to deal with. You have a lot of Israelites, but all Israelites are not going to unite right now. All Israelites are not going to see eye to eye right now. The Lord is only establishing his elect. The elect are going to have this truth. Outside of that, people are a lost cause. 2 John chapter 1 and 10. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, Receive him not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed. Why is that? Because this truth is about division. We are being divided. We are being separated from this world. We are not like most people. If we be of the Lord's elect, we're not like most people. We've been called out. All right. So for Israelites who kind of get bothered, they kind of get messed up in their mind trying to figure out, why can't the Israelites just come together? Why can't they just agree on anything? Well, only the elect are going to agree with the truth. All these other Israelites, well, they're outside of that. That's the importance of being called and chose from the beginning, because that opens up the door to you, being Yahweh Shai. Everyone else is closed out. So divisions must happen. Divisions are, a necessary thing in this ministry. Just like in your body, you have good cells and you have bad cells. But those bad cells are actually necessary. Same with bacteria. You have good bacteria and bad bacteria. You have that bad bacteria that's actually necessary. Okay?
Notification.
Just like sex. Sex is unclean, but it's a necessary unclean. It's not an evil unclean, but it is unclean. Okay? So it's necessary that divisions must be. Alright? So with that, all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashum Yahweh Shai, Bahashum Wa Rakak Wadash. Shalom.